welcome back to another video. I wasn't really sure if I should really talk about this. I feel like it's, personal. They have an amazing ministry. They're an amazing family. That's all I can say. They're really an amazing family. But the experiences I've had in Idaho were also amazing. But there were some crazy stories I could tell from Idaho. It was just. So I was just thinking if I should talk about what happened to me. I think a couple years ago. It's almost 2021, so like a couple years ago. This happened to me. If you saw the title of the video, I got into a fight, but not as you would expect. Let me explain. But I'm gonna be putting on Minecraft gameplay right there, just to make it more interesting. Some Minecraft gameplay. So before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. So yeah, let's get into the video. We were just going back from like a lake beach or something. I don't really remember this too well, but I think we were going back from. Oh no, yeah, it was a lake beach in the mountains. So it was a good day. It was a pretty good day until this happened. It was absolutely and utterly insane. Like, the kids were kind of crazy, you know how kids can be, and just absolutely just like, when they have like a sugar rush and they can't really control moving around, and they're just absolutely just crazy, like every little kid, if you know what I mean. Yeah, they were brothers, and they were spitting water at me. I was like hiding underneath the van because they kept like spitting water at me when I was trying to tell them to stop. It was pretty funny though. It was really funny. The grandpa started to yell at the kids. He was like, "Oh, this just, why are you doing this?" Why, I don't know. It was just crazy. He was getting angry and upset, and then he got to the point where he was so angry that he started to curse in Spanish so he was like screaming at how she should be raising her children, which it's not right. Even if it is true, which it really wasn't in their case, they are good kids though, so. Starts talking to him and like yelling at him as well, and it's just crazy and awkward, and I'm just sitting there in the back, and someone told the family to stop fighting because they were just getting out of hand. So that went on for the whole entire car ride, and then it just went dead silent close to the end of the car ride, the van ride or whatever. So once we got back, told me to feed the animals, like the horses. I think to feed the horses. So we went to feed the horses, and we were just talking about like how crazy everybody was acting, like in the car, how angry the grandpa was getting. So I actually traveled with them to Idaho. So I went because they lived in New Jersey, so I traveled with them to Idaho. I'm just clarifying that as well. So while we were walking back from feeding the horses, we heard screaming. We heard screaming like from and the grandpa. They started yelling and screaming at each other, and they start storming out. The grandma and they came out of the house, and we were like still wondering what's going on. The grandpa was working on a chair at the time. Just went out to talk to him, just to tell him not to talk to his wife that way, because it really wasn't right of him to talk to her that way. And the grandpa went insane. he started to get so angry. His blood was boiling. He looked like when a bull sees red, that's what he was like. So he got so angry that he picked up, I don't know, this nail filer for. It wasn't a nail filer. It was a woodworking tool. So he picked that up, and then he picked up the knife he was working on it with. Knocked down the table with the chair sitting on top of it, and the chair broke. That chair's done. And meanwhile, Chris was trying to back away from the
crazy psychomaniac knife-wielding grandpa.
Swinging at him with the knife and the woodworking tool, and it was like I didn't know how to react. It was just crazy. It was insane, like how this was, it was insane that this was going on anyway. And like, stop. Could have knocked him out easily, but he didn't want to hurt the old man. You know what I mean? Do you really want to hurt down with someone, that old? You don't. He could have destroyed him. He could have Fortnite sniped him good. That doesn't make much sense. I'm sorry. The grandpa, I think, on the arm, and then like in the chest a little bit. Not to the point where he could kill him, but he would probably kill him if this, if this hadn't stopped. And then they stopped in their place while the grandpa was then it stopped, and the grandpa was still holding the knife. And he was holding the knife and the woodworking tool. And then I'm like, oh gosh, this is insane. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, what is happening? What is happening right now? So I start walking up, and the family is just like, no, do not go near the fight. Do not go near that. Whatever is going on. So I didn't listen. I'm not really a fighter, but what was happening? I just wanted it to stop. So I walked towards the fight, and I'm like, hey, Grandpa, this is not good. It's not going well. You shouldn't be doing this. I said, anger was not the way to go. But how I said it was really cheesy because I didn't have as much confidence then. I think if I had enough confidence, then I would have been like,
come on, fight me, bro. Fight me. You fight me, I'd rather me die. Just kill me.
But instead I said, anger is not the way or something. And then he faces me. Yeah, he faces me. And then he takes the knife, and then he points it at it. I don't know, I'm kind of just like shocked at it. He points the knife at me, and he's like, do you want some of this too? Oh, he said it in like this, he said it in his accent too. It was amazing. It was scary, but it was also pretty amazing. He's like, do you want some of this too? And then I'm like, I didn't know how to react. So, the grandpa takes the knife, turns to, and then starts to stab him. Okay, he tries to stab him. So I just start running at him. I start to run at him. And then I pushed the grandpa out of the way before he could stab him. It would have either really hurt him or, it could have been much worse. So I pushed him out of the way, and I held him to the ground. Or I think I was holding the hand with the woodworking tool, or both. Okay, I was holding his arms to the ground. He was an old man, so it was pretty easy for me to pin him down to the ground. So I pinned him down, and then I'm like, stop it. Comes over. He pulls the knife out of his hands, and it's all good. No, he pulls the knife out of his hand. I'm still trying to hold on to his other arm, and then finally we get it. We get the tool out of his hands, and we're like, oh my gosh. Okay, so after that, he's still trying to fight us, and then he's like still, and then the grandma is yelling at the grandpa, and I'm like, so what the heck? What? Just what? And then, like, you do not talk to my family that way. You do not hurt my family. You are gone. You're out of here. Get out. So what happened was they packed their bags and they left, which was a good thing. I was about to call the police, but I don't know. I don't know why we didn't. But yeah, he was sent back to New Jersey, and you know, I had to fly back alone, which I'm totally fine with, because I didn't really, you know, trust them anymore. Well, I like the grandma. I like the grandma, but the grandpa was just, the old man was insane. The grandma actually made an effort, and she liked being there. The grandpa really didn't like, he didn't like being a part of the ministry and stuff, so yeah, that's that. So they got kicked out, and I didn't really know how to react, because it was insane. It was just crazy. We're just there, still like mind boggled, like what the heck just happened? You know, like, I felt really bad for the grandma, because she really, really did like being there, and she had to go with him. She had to go with that crazy old man back to New Jersey. So that happened. So after they left, we actually came back. I don't really remember. We came back with the blue van. A blue van just popped up out of nowhere, which I assume Benji put it there, the pastor of like the church and stuff. I assume he put it there, but we still don't know who put the blue van there. It's kind of weird, but kind of awesome. Thanks, Benji, if you're watching. But so I think that happened right after the grandpa decided to try to KO, decided to go insane, bull crazy, you know, insane on us. But yeah, but I feel like there's so many stories I could talk about from what happened and my experiences from Idaho. Like, I don't know, it was amazing, like meeting the people, like, yeah, so shout out to all those people that, you know, made my experience there amazing. Also, shout out to for being such, like, being like heroes. They're heroes, pretty much. They had to deal with this, and they did. And yeah, that's all I can pretty much say about them. I mean, no, I can say much more about them, but yeah, yeah. So that's gonna do this for this video. Make sure you hit that like button. So make sure you subscribe and support their channels, support the ministry. So again, I have a Discord. If you guys, I don't know if I've ever like mentioned this. I have a Discord for teens and teens only. So if you want to go there, go check that out. It's a great community. You can talk about whatever you like. You know, whatever. It's pretty much a homeschool group chat if you want, but people from school could go there. You know, if they're in school, they could talk about math, or they could talk about whatever. No, wait, no, I hate math. Never mind. They could just you could talk about whatever you want on there. There's also gaming, and soon there will be soon there will be competitions on there, which I'll be putting out. And yeah. Also, you guys might be hearing more stories about my experiences from Idaho, so look out for those. Yeah. All right. I will see you guys in another video. See you guys.